Today's hike is South Kaibab Trail, hopefully from rim to river and back. It's early March, kind of a bit of a snowy morning. Unfortunately, accessing the South Kaibab Trailhead is a little bit hard. I've got a video on that. We're parked about 3/4 of a mile away in the dirt lot and going to walk the 3/4 of a mile to the trailhead. Let's get going. Point is 3/4 of a mile from the South Kaibab Trailhead. This trail was built in 1925 by the National Park Service because they could not gain access to Bright Angel Trail. It was built to most efficiently make the way down to the river and the Phantom Ranch area. So it comes down ridges, meaning you're exposed to full sun in the daytime and a lot of wind on these ridges, as you can hear as we're recording today. There are no treated water stops on this trail, only at the trailhead, and again at Boat Beach, which is hopefully our destination for today, as long as my body holds out. Point is a very popular point for tourists to visit, or rim hikers I call them, and it's usually packed with people, but at this early hour there's absolutely nobody here, so we have a chance to record. So next stop is Cedar Ridge, 1.5 miles down the trail, and the sun should start coming up around then and we'll get some views. Cedar Ridge is 3 miles down from the trailhead. Getting the first light here. Beautiful morning. Going to be sunny. Started out at about 24, 25 degrees, and who knows, it'll probably be above 70 down at the river. Cedar Ridge has been really worn barren, and it gets very well used during the daytime, especially during the summer. And many hikers I've noticed lose the trail here. To continue down the trail, you just follow the ridge down with a gentle turn to the east, and you're on the trail going down past O'Neill Butte, named after Bucky O'Neill, who died with Roosevelt's Rough Riders in Cuba. Along an area called Mormon Flats, which is named after not Mormon settlers, but the Mormon tea, a plant that grows in that area, and hitting Skeleton Point. Skeleton Point makes a beautiful hike, gives you all the best of Grand Canyon in a 3-mile hike, and many people make that a day hike, and there are great views. Don't stop at Skeleton Point. If it's a day hike though, just go a little bit further and you get to see your first views of the river. Beautiful morning. Temperatures are really good. Wearing 4 layers, 1 cotton, 2 wool, and 1 cotton synthetic mix on top. Just right for this temperature, and hoping for a great hike today. Let's keep going. Wow, beautiful. Beautiful. With Cedar Ridge behind, Skeleton Point ahead, O'Neill Butte right here. It's pre-dawn. The canyon is beginning to reveal itself. All of the spectacular views you find here along Kaibab Trail. In my opinion, Kaibab Trail has the best views of any trail at Grand Canyon. It's a tough hike, especially for seniors. The downhill steps are relentless. It's hard on your knees, hard on your back. Great idea to bring some anti-inflammatories, but it's a very rewarding hike. South Kaibab Trail, early morning, early March. With the sun up, the beauty of the canyon just takes your breath away. Skeleton Point is 3 miles down the trail from the trailhead on South Kaibab Trail. Has some of the most spectacular views in all of the canyon. It's a very popular day hike. But don't just stop at Skeleton Point. Go a few minutes down the trail further and you get a view of the river. I'm a very slow downhill hiker and I've been making videos. Took me about 2 hours to get here. I think it's a reasonable half-day hike down to Skeleton Point and back, especially with taking pictures and stopping and having a meal. Just a spectacular hike. I recommend it for anybody. Now, I'm not much of one for cell phones. I had a flip phone up until they discontinued service to it. So you shouldn't really listen to me about phone service and so forth. But there was good phone service at U'a Point and at Cedar Ridge. And there's 1 bar of LTE service here at Skeleton Point for those to whom the cell phone service is an important thing. So some cell phone service is now available on the trail at South Kaibab Trail. Pretty much, I think that's the last of it. In the deep canyon, there's no cell service whatsoever. As for me, I'm heading on down the trail, hopefully making it to the river and back today. It's evolved into a spectacular day. Just a wonderful day to be out on the trail. Now, the trail is unusually empty today, and that's because Phantom Ranch is closed. Bright Angel Campground down on the bottom is closed for repairs to the pipeline. So usually you'll see many, many more people on this trail, including teams of mules running it. So it's a real special day for me to have the solitude out here on the trail, to enjoy this beauty completely uninterrupted. Wonderful, wonderful morning. I always like to take a nice snack break here at this flat rock, just a minute or two from Skeleton Point. From here, you get a view of the river, and a nice view of the red and whites, a very serious set of zigzags that leads you down and almost on the way to the tip-off. We're here at the tip-off, about 4.5 miles from the trailhead, about 2.1 miles more to Black Bridge and the Colorado River. The tip-off has composting toilets. The only 2 toilet stops are Cedar Ridge composting toilets and the tip-off composting toilets. This shade structure was brought in by helicopter by the Grand Canyon Conservancy in 2019, dropped off here. They do have water collection off the roof, so sometimes there's water for cooling yourself, or if you have a treating system, you can treat water. But the first water stop on this hike is Boat Beach, which is where we're heading next. Beautiful day. I'm going to warm up considerably. Let's keep going. Just past the tip-off, you come across this rock formation. Understanding that most people came to Grand Canyon by train when it first opened as a national park, you can understand why they called this the train wreck. Black Bridge was built by the Park Service in 1928. Originally, Rust's cable car ran a cable car across there, and in 1921, the Park Service built a swinging bridge. Black Bridge was constructed with materials carried down by men and mules and remains in essentially the same condition it was when it was built in 1928. Quite a construction marvel. When we reach the bottom, there's Bright Angel Pueblo along there, Boat Beach with a water source, and the grave of Rhys Griffiths. And we'll talk about those down the trail a little bit. Really warming up today, but it is a beautiful day for a hike. Right after Black Bridge, you will find Bright Angel Pueblo, an ancestral Puebloan dwelling about 900 years ago. It has been excavated, but obviously Phantom Ranch is not the first residence at the bottom of the Grand Canyon. Just steps off the trail is the grave of Rhys Griffiths, a National Park Service worker who died in 1922 building this portion of the trail. It's basically unmarked, but if you look to your left, you'll find it. There's a lot of construction noise from the pipeline repairs here, so hopefully this video will come out. There's some disagreement as to where South Kaibab Trail ends. Some say it ends at Phantom Ranch, and I believe it ends actually at Black Bridge, because the Colorado River is what divides the north from the south at Grand Canyon. So to me, it ends here. In this area, there are 3 sources of treated water. Here at Boat Beach, over in the Delta area, and at Phantom Ranch. During rim to rim season, Phantom Ranch will be full of people chatting and getting water. And if you're a socializer, that's the place you want to go. If you prefer solitude like me, if you come down South Kaibab, get your water at Boat Beach. And if you come down Bright Angel Trail, get your water at the Delta area. The Delta area also has something very unique in the Deep Canyon: flush toilets. They even have a hand soap and a hand dryer there. And it's always a treat if you can stop by there, because all of the other toilets in the Deep Canyon are composting toilets. A lot of history went into building the facilities in this canyon that get us down here. So it's an interesting place. And that's it for me. This hike is over. All that's left is going back. To me, there are 3 tough areas on the return hike. The first thing is coming off Black Bridge, heading up to the tip-off. That's a very, very hard part of the hike. Next are the red and whites, the switchbacks going into the tip-off. There's a little bit of a tough area before you hit Cedar Ridge. And then from Cedar Ridge to Ooh Point is another tough area. Lots of steep uphills, but it's a beautiful day for a hike. Temperatures are moderate, and I'm looking forward to making it back up to the rim, heading back to the hotel for a hot bath and a great dinner. Thank you for joining me on this hike of the South Kaibab Trail.